Today was just Mr. Green's initial appearance. He set a bail hearing to address his bail status on December 13th.
And what are you hoping that he'll be released from custody on that date?
I think right now the case is too early. We don't know enough about any of the facts to make any determinations. So that's why we set it out a little ways to get up to speed and be able to argue those things.
Skyler, how is he taking all of this? There's a lot of charges, allegations here.
He seems to be holding up pretty well. I spent some time with him on Sunday, so he's hanging in there.
What kind of a defense are you guys looking at right now?
It's too soon to make any comment on that.
Is it a he said, she said?
I don't know enough about the case to make a comment about that at this time.
So have you not had discovery at this point? You don't necessarily know what evidence is
I do not know what evidence is out there. It's so early that I think they're still putting their case together as well.
You were looking at bail. What's bail at right now?
He is on a no bail hold at this
No
time.
bail hold. Okay, what do you guys hope to argue at that point?
Like I said, that's something else that'll be determined as more facts come to light in the case.
You want witnesses or something? You were asking for witnesses? Or
The state will have to put on witnesses at the bail hearing.
Okay.
And first of all, I assume you were in court this morning. Judge Wilmore brought the defendant before him for his first appearance. At that time, there was a bail hearing set for December 13th at 1:30 p.m. At that time, we will address the issue of bail. Judge Wilmore did hold the defendant on no bail status, and we anticipate addressing that issue again on December 13th. After that, we anticipate a preliminary hearing will be set where we'll go forward. The state will have the burden of going forward and showing probable cause, providing enough evidence to the court to show that the defendant committed the crimes which have been alleged in the information. So those are where we're headed after, and if those charges are bound over, the matter will be set for trial. Currently, we have 5 cases that have been filed that involve 5 separate victims. We have reviewed other cases, and some of those cases, the victims have not wanted to go forward with prosecution. We've respected their wishes. We're not proceeding on those cases. The cases we have felt we had sufficient evidence to go forward with criminal charges, we have filed those.
Can you answer whether or not this is there something that backs this up to make it beyond a he said, she said?
The evidence, sexual assaults are challenging cases. In this, we've had hundreds of hours of investigation put forward by 5 different agencies. And through those investigations, I won't speak about the facts of it, but we do have the reports of the sexual assaults, and we do have other evidence that will corroborate the sexual assault allegations.
You mentioned that there are other witnesses that you had interviewed. Are you able to say how many others besides the 5 that you have filed cases on?
Yeah. I will address that question. It's a good question, Phil. Previously to filing the 5 criminal charges, we had 9 reports of sexual assault. 2 of those victims did not want to go forward with the criminal process. We respect their rights. I've mentioned that previously. There were others that we could not file because we did not have substantial evidence. We didn't have the evidence that we needed to go forward and carry our burden of proof. So out of those 4 additional cases, 2 of those we were not able to, we will respect the wishes of the victims and not proceed with those. 1 other of those, we did not have sufficient evidence to file. There is one last case that is still under investigation.